value proposition. Why is the residency model a better way to prepare new teachers? In a classroom, nothing under the school's control impacts student learning more than a skilled and effective teacher. This is why it is imperative that we develop capable, skilled, committed teachers for all students, but especially for those most in need of an achievement boost.
There is a lack of quality in public education. And I think that goes back to teacher preparation programs. I think back to my student teaching and some of the pedagogy theory that I had in college. And I think, man, that would have been really great had I had the opportunity to study that while I was in a classroom setting. So this seemed like the perfect marriage for preparing teachers for today's classrooms, for today's pedagogy, and for the ever-changing climate in public education.
So I think of a residency program much like I would a residency program for a doctor, made somewhat abbreviated, but we really are saying these are highly valued, these are highly skilled people, and it's not just enough to give them 8 weeks in a classroom and then dump them the next year into a classroom and say, figure things out and we hope you make it.
A teacher residency provides year-long real school training where residents learn to teach by working alongside effective, experienced mentor teachers. A typical student teaching experience lasts just a few weeks, but teacher residents spend about 1,400 hours training in schools where they will one day teach.
With the resident teachers, they're expected to do everything that a teacher does. I hold them to the same expectation. They're here on time. They're here to do morning duty. They're here to come to my professional development. Anything that I expect of a teacher, I expect of them as well.
There's something, absolutely wonderful about being able to have that coursework, but then be right there in the field with someone for the full year. To get that, to be able to observe someone in their classes and the relationships that they're building with students, and to be able to craft that classroom experience with someone instead of just having that little, put your toe in the water for about a semester and then off you go into your own classroom.
So I was really looking for a program that was going to give me more than just a typical master's in education, which would just be going to classes and completing our coursework. And this program was not only offering me a master's degree, but I was also I knew that I would be spending a year in a classroom and I would receive consistent feedback, which is what I was looking for.
This model truly prepares young teachers to be great teachers. And I think with followed up mentorship after a year in this program, where we really see strong teachers come from these programs.
As a first-year teacher, I felt completely prepared coming in, to be honest, which might sound a little out of this world, but I felt like I knew how to teach, and I knew how to run a workshop, and I knew how to teach things like thinking strategies and these higher-level concepts.
Upon completing their residency, graduates are certified to teach, often with a master's degree in teaching, and are hired in the school district where they trained.
It's like a year-long job interview, in all honesty. I get to see them in the classroom. I get to see them interact with parents. I get to see them interact with the students, interact with me. I see the relationships they build with the other teachers, not just their mentor teacher, but with everybody else. And so by the time the year has come, and if I have a vacancy, I know who I want, and I know who's prepared, and they are prepared.
I know that next year when I step in front of a classroom full of my own students, I'm really going to have those skills to be successful, to make sure that my students are learning everything that they need to know to be successful.